Hello, and welcome to the first 2013 edition of the Falcon Report, where we bring you news that's important to you. I'm Bridget Anderson.
And I'm Dennis Nelson. We're your anchors for the week.
Here's what's coming up this week.
Spring sports tryouts start March 18th. Check in with your coach to make sure that you have all necessary paperwork handed in.
Congratulations to all winter sports athletes on a successful completion of their season.
Battle of the House is coming on March 22nd. Check in with your house council for information about t-shirts and participating in the competition.
The Blue and Silver Dance is March 22nd. Tickets go on sale March 4th. Make sure to pick up your dance agreement on the door of 221. The agreement must be signed when purchasing tickets, which are $10.
The Regional Center for the Arts, or RCA, applications are due on March 7th.
There will be a gap year fair at Darien High School on March 7th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. With college tuition costs on the rise, it leaves many families wondering how they will be able to afford their children's college education.
College tuition, a problem for the average high school student. I'm Eric Kirkass, reporting for Falcon News.
College, an educational opportunity earned not given. A way for many students to get into college is through financial aid or college loans, because several students who are looking to go to college cannot afford general admission.
Well, I know that they're filling out the FAFSA, and that will determine how much financial aid I'm eligible to get. There's also merit scholarships and other scholarships that I can compete for, but other than that, we're just going to try to pay the tuition the best we can.
Well, they got some money saved away, but I'm also going to have to apply for some student loans.
Students' choices in college may even be limited because of the steep prices of these collegiate institutions. St. Lawrence College in New York costs an outrageous $59,000, which is $236,000 if you were to attend for a full 4 years.
I think most of my friends will have to apply for loans, but it's depends where they go. I think they will get a decent amount of help from their parents, but so then they won't have a lot of loans to pay off later in life.
Yeah, I think most of my friends are because they're available, and it definitely helps if you obviously tuition is really expensive and you want to be able to pay for it. So I think most kids are trying to apply for loans if they can.
Most high school students strive to get accepted into one of these institutions, but rising tuition prices have students searching for different ways to afford it. Due to rising cost of tuition, if a student had used financial aid to gain admission into the institution, the majority of students will find themselves in debt that they will have to pay off through work, but it will usually take a couple of years for a graduate to find a job. Statistics show that 65.6% of college graduates with a bachelor's degree have some form of debt after graduation.
Work a lot, which isn't going to really be fun, but it's kind of necessary because the tuition is expensive.
Most likely I'm going to have to search since jobs are kind of hard to get right now.
Well, it'll take a couple years to get a job, and then probably over time through the job I'll be paying for that college loan. It's hard to find a job in this time because there's a high demand for jobs. A lot of kids are coming out of college and wanting to find jobs, so it's really competitive.
Many years ago, universities such as the University of Washington were so quote-unquote cheap that a student could work part-time during school and then the full summer and could pay for college. Now because of rising college tuition, students don't have that luxury and will most likely be left with significant debt and loans. They can only hope that their jobs will allow them to pay the loans back in a timely manner.
Did you watch the Oscars?
Yep.
Well, we went around school and asked our fellow Falcons the same question.
This past Sunday marked the 85th anniversary of the Academy Awards. There were surprising falls, non-surprising winners, and a scandalous Oscar host. Some of the most notable winners are Argo for Best Picture, Jennifer Lawrence for Best Actress, Daniel Day-Lewis for Best Actor, and Ang Lee for Best Director.
I really liked Jennifer Lawrence's dress.
Well, that's an easy question because my daughter, Julie, performed at the Oscars in Les Miserables. She was in the ensemble of Les Mis, so I would have to say her dress, which was a navy blue gown.
My favorite dress was Kerry Washington's dress. I love her. She's my girl. And I love her style. And she had a beautiful strapless jeweled on the top with, I think, a red sort of train-like dress. And I thought she looked exquisite.
I liked Argo, and I saw it last weekend, and excellent, very suspenseful, not the usual shoot 'em up, movies, action movies. It was very thoughtful, great theme, and based on, true history. It was great.
Silver Linings Playbook.
I like Skyfall.
I like the movie Life of Pi.
I think that Les Mis should have won the Best Picture just because I know that they did an original track and they sang like with the music on the actual screen, and also the acting was amazing. And in any other year, like if Argo hadn't been nominated, I thought it would have won anyway. But Argo was really good too. I just think Les Mis was better.
I do. I thoroughly enjoyed Argo, although I also liked Zero Dark 30, and I would have liked to have seen that win as well.
Enjoyed the show. I thought Seth MacFarlane, for the most part, was very funny. I thought a few of his lines and jokes were a little inappropriate, but kind of expect that from a first-time host.
I like Seth MacFarlane.
I didn't actually watch the Oscars. I watched Walking Dead instead.
I thought it was an interesting pick. I enjoy him. I enjoy his humor. I'm not a Family Guy fan, but I did enjoy Ted. But I thought it was the wrong choice for the Oscars.
Thanks for joining us for our first ever episode of the Falcon Report. We'll see you next week with more news.